What up, world? Welcome to another episode of BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media, Instagram threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, the Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all of those social media platforms. Hope you guys enjoy the content that I've been putting out. I mean, yesterday I didn't have anything, but been doing sports shows for the last couple of days, and tonight is it's no different. Um, Bleed Purple and Gold episode 2 out right now for LSU. First Saints episode of the new season is out right now. Bleed Black and Gold. This this is the original. This is Bleed Sports. It's Tuesday. I'm back on Tuesdays doing I Bleed Sports. Yes, it just feels right, doesn't it? Just doesn't it feel right? Let's get into it, man. So much going on. Of course, the NFL. Week one is officially over in the NFL. I got my big four. I got my levels of warning. Yes, I do have a levels of warning for the first week of the NFL because some games and some teams, you just, yeah. Of course, college football, week three. We're going into that. I got my eyes on college football. The games that I will be looking at, of course, my skeptical game of the week, my most interesting game of the week, my upset game of the week, and of course, the game of the week will be all my four games for this week, going into week three of college football. It's getting interesting in college football now. Let's see how it's gonna play out, man. Um, and of course, I got my crazy six, just my six teams that I have on my list. My six teams that I feel like are in college football right now is just killing. All right, but first, before I get into all that, else I'll be talking about other stuff going on in football and all that other stuff. But let's get into it. This Saturday, this Saturday, it is officially the fight. Now I've been watching. I'm on episode two of the Canelo Crawford um, doc for Netflix. Getting ready for this fight Saturday. The fight is here. It is Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford. It is this Saturday on Netflix. Netflix, I hope and pray you do not crash like you did for the Mike Tyson and Logan Paul fight. Let's just hope and pray. I will be watching that fight right after the LSU Florida game because of course I gotta do the podcast episode right after that. Um, so I'll talk about that game Saturday. Put the episode out. Um, but Crawford and Canelo is this Saturday. The question now becomes after all of this talk, all this lead up, all of this, who is going to win? Who is going to win? I got Canelo. I got Canelo. Uh, Listen, I respect Bud. I think Bud's one of the best to ever do it. I think Bud can do amazing things. It's just the going up to two weight classes. Now you got a shoulder injury too. Like it's a lot of shit that's going on with Bud. I don't like the fact that your second fight in the middleweight division is literally against the man that's been running the middleweight division. It's like, and then on top of this, hearing Netflix with this documentary trying to like make it seem like Canelo Alvarez has never ducked opponents. Really, go tell fucking David Benavidez that shit. Really, he's never ducked opponents. Really, he's never ducked opponents. Go tell David Benavidez that shit. Go tell Triple G before he actually finally get in the ring with Triple G because they paid him all that fucking money on HBO. Like they paid him damn near most of the money he's ever probably seen at that time in his career just to finally get in the ring with Triple G. Like get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? I don't think Canelo is this game changing, life altering, great boxer like everybody else does. I do not see Canelo like that at all. I think Canelo has ducked fights. I think Canelo has done a lot of fuck shit to get to where he's at today. I don't think he's the best fucking boxer I've ever seen in my life. I think they give him too much praise for some shit he really didn't fucking do. But at the same time, two weight classes, bro, is hard as fuck to do. And then you got an injury on top of that. Putting on the weight for 178 pounds when you are 154, and then the last time we saw you actually box, you didn't look particularly great in the boxing match. And yeah, I get it. He boxed a former middleweight champion, but that dude isn't even on Canelo's shit. He ain't even on the level below Canelo. The level below Canelo is the below Canelo. Like he's not even on that dude's level. Like, and you barely fucking beat him. You are moving up so goddamn much. It's like, bro, I don't think you can handle that shit. Do I think Canelo absolutely just walks through Charles Crawford Saturday? No, I don't actually. I think Bud can give him a fight. I think Bud will actually fuck Canelo up. I actually think Bud might tag Canelo a couple times. He might actually hit that motherfucker a couple times. But it's in Vegas. That's one. It's in Vegas, where we already know the judges are going to have a hard on to give Canelo the fight, no matter what the fuck Bud does. Bud damn near has to Bud has to knock this motherfucker out. Like he has to. He can't leave it into the judges' hands because if the judges have to choose, no matter how good Bud look, if Canelo does enough work, he will win the fight. I don't know how good this fight is going to be for Bud. Canelo just has to do what Canelo does, and that's punch the arms. And again, what is Canelo's main thing? What does he do? He tags you in the shoulder. Like this motherfucker like punches on your arms and shit, which is like some punk shit. Like this is why I don't fuck with Canelo. Like he do fuck shit, bro. Like he do some bitch shit. Like he be doing punching on niggas' arms and shit. And like if you watch Creed 3, like when John DeMage's character was doing that shit, it was like a fucking an array of problems for that shit. Nobody liked that shit. But Canelo does that shit and you don't talk about it. Like Canelo does that shit so fucking much. Like I don't know who the fuck told him that's a good idea to keep, but it gets him wins. Do your thing, I guess. To already have a shoulder injury on top of that is not good, and you had to move up two weight classes. I just don't like the fact that Bud is in this position. I know I've seen enough of Bud fights to know I'm never gonna count that man the fuck out. I know he can always catch a motherfucker slipping, but you're moving into his domain. You're trying to take his belts. I really do feel like Bud should have had at least one or two more fights before he jumped in the ring for Canelo Alvarez. Like I've always said, yeah, you can say whatever about Earl Spence and everything with that situation, but he had multiple fights at the welterweight division before he jumped in that situation with Earl Spence. So his body got adapted to the welterweight division. I don't see that with the middleweight situation. He is moving straight the fuck up to 178 pounds. I don't trust this situation. I don't like this situation. And I think Bud loses, man. And it's not because Bud's not great. I just feel like this is it's just too much shit going on with Bud. Like, bro, you got a shoulder injury. You're moving up too many classes. You're 38, 39 years old. You're going against a guy who's been in that middleweight class, the middleweight division for damn near 2, 3 years. Like he's been there for a very long time. He's mastered the weight class. And you're moving the fuck up. It's just too much shit going on. I think the fact that Canelo's been a part of this division, he's been in this situation too many times. I'm not saying Bud is just gonna fold to Canelo Alvarez. Fuck no. But I do believe that Bud is going to lose. He's gonna take his first loss Saturday night. Because like I said, it's just too much shit going on. Like it's just too much shit going on. I don't like that. I think that's a terrible fucking situation to put yourself in to move up that many weight classes to fight a person that is the cream of the crop of the weight class. I don't like it. I don't like that decision. And plus, on top of that, he's been beating a lot of welterweight guys that are coming up and trying to fight in the middleweight division that aren't really particularly great at it. I'm not saying Crawford again is going to get his ass handed to him Saturday. but it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be a fight where you just like by the 6, 7, 8 round, you can pretty much call it. You can pretty much call it. I think Bud's going to have his moments. I don't think he's going to just absolutely get his ass whooped. He's going to have his moments, but Bud's going to lose. Bud's going to lose. I can't I can't sit here and lie. Like if he wins, I will be very fucking happy. But at the same time, that's just too much shit going on. You got a shoulder injury. You're moving up to weight classes. You got to put more muscle on. I mean, I heard you on the Netflix, like everybody's talking about some all this. I got to put all this muscle on. There's more power for me. Yeah, but until you're actually in that fucking fight, you don't know how much power you can genuate. You could really genuate off of punching. Like man, yeah, I don't like this fight for Bud. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like I said, Canelo Alvarez is people gonna sit there and say, well, Canelo's the greatest boxer of all time after Saturday. He's not. He's not. I still don't think he's the best. He's not even the best boxer I've seen in this era. Like he's not even the best boxer I've seen in this fucking era. Like he's all hype, nothing more. But he's gonna win Saturday. So Canelo fans, get ready because you're gonna probably have another win. But yeah, good luck. College football. Now, if I get into my crazy six, listen, man. Last couple weeks, people have been trying to make excuses. I saw the man who should just cut his shit off, Paul Feinbaum, on First Take this morning, and try to like clump everybody into this. Everybody was talking about Arch Manning being a Heisman Award winner and great and all this other shit. Like, and Stephen A. Smith was like, "No, the fuck we didn't. Who the fuck told you that?" Arch Manning, like I've said numerous times, I don't give a shit if you could beat San Jose State. I don't care. If you can't beat the top contending teams that you're going to have to play, this is why I say all the time with certain players, hey, bro, I've seen you play against teams that were just better than you, and you couldn't rise to the occasion. You're seeing it now in college, and you're seeing it now in the NFL with Caleb Williams. You're seeing it now in the NFL with Trevor Lawrence. You see it with certain people that you sit here and say are game-changing, life-altering quarterbacks, and then they play, and then you sit there and say, holy shit, they suck. In big moments, they can't handle themselves. Arch Manning, when he finally does play actual real contenders again in the SEC, he's going to fucking fold. So great. He scored 4 touchdowns on Saturday against San Jose State. Whoop de fucking do. You want a fucking cookie? Like he won the game. He beat a team that he was supposed to fucking beat. What the fuck do you want us to give you? A fucking cookie? The fuck? Do I think Arch Manning can turn it around, be great moving forward? I don't fucking know. I have no clue. But what he is what he is still out in the jury. We do not know what Arch Manning is going to turn into. We have not a motherfucking clue. Not a fucking clue. My crazy six. These are my 6 teams of the polls. My polls. Not everybody else. I don't do 10. I don't do 15. I don't do 25. I do 6. Going into week 3, this is my 6 teams. And number 1, still at number 1, it is the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are the team that beat the Texas Longhorns first. Then last week, they carved up Grambling State University. Like I said last week, I felt so bad for Grambling. They did not deserve that shit. That was so wrong. Fuck y'all. Whoever scheduled that bullshit, fuck you. I hate you sons of bitches. I don't like you sons of bitches. Grambling damn sure had probably Ohio State bumping. Like they probably was out there band wise was killing. But on the field, yeah, fuck y'all. Yeah, that was very disrespectful. Screw y'all. Ohio State is number 1 team. I think in the polls, and the number 1 team on my list. They're 2-0. They play Ohio this week. So Ohio State fans, if you actually loved the Grambling State band last week, you will not be getting that same type of energy this upcoming week. You're gonna get a win, but you're just not gonna get that bad energy. So yeah, man. So, but number one is Ohio State 2-0. Listen, man, it's crazy to sit here and say this, but Ohio State or Oregon, that's it. I don't think the Big Ten really have those teams. Michigan has Bryce Underwood, a freshman. Listen, last week, terrible game. You go into Oklahoma, you have to be on the road. That is literally your second game you've ever started in your career. I'd rather see a freshman on the road than a person that's been in college football for 3 fucking years and couldn't win a starting job from a quarterback. They got drafted 7 overall and might have to play this year for the Dolphins. I'll talk about that team later on. But it feels like it's Ohio State's and Oregon's conference to lose. When they play each other, if they play each other, I think in the regular season, or they play each other in the Big Ten championship game, that's my two teams. I think it's gonna be Oregon and Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. I can say that shit right here, right now. It's gonna be Oregon and Ohio State. I've been very vocal. I've always been very honest, very vocal. Do not come in this bullshit telling me about some goddamn Penn State. Fuck Penn State. They have not played one fucking team this season to be second in the fucking polls. Nigga, how? Who the fuck have they played? They might be the luckiest team until they get into the conference play. Like I said, I don't know Penn State's schedule, but I'm pretty sure if they got Michigan or Ohio State or Oregon on their schedule, they're going to fucking lose. Because they don't know how to handle big moments. And that's on James Franklin. He sucks in big games. He's fucking terrible in big fucking games. The more he plays against teams that actually can rival the team that he's coaching, Penn State, he's gonna lose. So yeah, but Ohio State's number one to me. Number two, it is the U, Miami Hurricanes. They played what Beckton last week. Beckford, Beckton. Last week, who gives a fuck? They beat the shit out of them. Who cares? Miami is 2-0. This upcoming weekend is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to talk about that game because I will be talking about that game. But this weekend they play South Florida. That's gonna be a fucking game. It's gonna be a goddamn game now. But I will talk about that in a minute. Number three, it is my LSU Tigers, man. They're 2-0 as well. They beat Louisiana Tech. Like I said, on Bleed Purple and Gold. Defensively, we might be ready. Offensively, we need some help. Holy shit. Yeah. But that's another game I'll talk about, which is Florida. And I'll talk about that in a minute too. But LSU's third to me, 2-0. Number four, Oregon. The Oregon Ducks. They absolutely beat the shit out of Oklahoma State last week in Oregon. They beat the hell out them dudes. They didn't have a chance in hell. They're 2-0. They go to Northwestern this Saturday. So that'll be an interesting game. Like I said, I have Oregon and Ohio State as the two teams in the Big Ten. It's really their conference to lose. It's really their conference to lose. Just depends on who makes it. Number five, I got the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now they play South Carolina State, I think this past week. Um, they are also 2-0. They are also 2-0. They will be hosting the Vanderbilt Commodores, which is going to be a pretty interesting game. Vanderbilt for the last couple of years have been pretty fucking good. Like since last year, they've been really fucking good. They've been building something in Vanderbilt. And South Carolina, I mean, this is one of those games where it will be very intriguing to see while South Carolina is in the SEC pecking order. Because a game like this, even though you're supposed to win it, you're at home. Vanderbilt isn't particularly the team that, a lot of people would probably sit there and say is great. But it's a very early SEC test that a lot of people probably would be like, yeah, Vanderbilt and South Carolina, yeah, sure, whatever. But this is the type of game but last year that Vanderbilt kind of will pull off, and you just be sitting there like, how the fuck did Vanderbilt win that game? That's kind of the thing. So South Carolina, especially early in the season, they have their hiccups, they have their moments. The first game of the season was great. They dominated. I think it was what, Virginia Tech. Like I said last week, they beat South Carolina State. This will be a very intriguing fucking game. It's gonna be intriguing. It's gonna be a very intriguing game. Linnell Sellers, this is your Heisman game. This is. I know it's early. I know it's like it's only week 3. I know, but I know I don't want to put too much on you, brother. But this is one of those Heisman game statements that you can have, and you can have it right out the gate, and have a stamp that shows people, okay, he's here to play. He's here to ball. So yeah. And number 6, it is the Tennessee Volunteers. They are 2-0. They beat the shit out of I don't even know the team they played last week. They beat the hell out of that damn team. That was a goddamn embarrassment. Tennessee plays against Georgia this week. If that's not an intriguing fucking game, I don't know what it is, and I will be talking about that in a second. But that's gonna be an interesting game. Oh no, that is my crazy 6. Number 1 is Ohio State. Number 2 is Miami. Number 3 is LSU. Number 4 is Oregon. Number 5 is South Carolina. Number 6 is Tennessee. There it is. Eyes on college football. Boom, boom. Let's do this. My skeptical game of the week. It is. Now, skeptical game of the week, most interesting game of the week, upset game of the week, in the game of the week. Those are the 4 games I talk about right here on my eyes on football, college football. Week 3. Let's get into it. Skeptical game of the week. And that is Florida versus LSU. Told you I'll talk about it. Florida last week lost to South Florida. Not surprised at all. I kind of said that it might happen. I said I wouldn't be surprised if they get upset by Florida. South Florida. Didn't really surprise me that they lost to South Florida. Now they're going to come into LSU looking for revenge. This might be the earliest I think we've ever played Florida, like since I was a child. Like I don't remember us playing Florida this goddamn early, like ever. We always play like South Carolina, like Mississippi State. We don't play a Vanderbilt. Like we don't play Florida this fucking early. We're playing Florida like week fucking 3. Like that is very fucking early. Anyway, I don't know what Florida is, man. And I don't think anybody knows what Florida is. Last year, we got absolutely killed in this game. We were in it, but we could just never run the ball. Actually, this is the only game I think we actually did run the ball enough to keep the offense afloat. But we couldn't protect Gary Nussmeier. And the defense just fucking sucked. It just sucked. This year, it is going to be relying heavily on that defense. This is the game now. Of course, we got, our center is banged up, our tight end is banged up. We got a lot of problems in LSU. Don't get it twisted now. Offensively, we got a lot of goddamn problems in LSU now. But defensively, if we can keep the game close and put up enough points, we can win this game. We can win this game. The reason why it's a skeptical game of the week is because I don't know what the fuck this offense is. They're still trying to find their way. And I know they're not going to do anything stupid to like fuck up the defense because I think Brian Kelly sees the defense doing what they're doing. And then he immediately is like, listen, don't do anything stupid. Just keep it kind of controlled. But in a game like this, we're going to need to have a moment where we have a statement. I'm not saying Florida's a bad team. But you lose last week like you lose to South Florida, which is the last second field goal. LSU, for at least the first 2 weeks, have been very goddamn dominant defensively. Very interesting to see how they're going to look offensively in this game. I'm looking very forward to that. I don't know what they're going to look like offensively in this game. It's going to be very intriguing to see. Most interesting game of the week is Georgia versus Tennessee. Now, Georgia, I think, is 5th in the polls. Tennessee, 16th. Now, the reason why I don't have Georgia in my crazy six, but I got Tennessee in my crazy six, is because Tennessee's actually played competition. Now, granted, last week was not competition, but Syracuse. Georgia's played literally no one. They played what, Marshall and Austin Peay. They played like two nobodies. And last week they struggled against Austin Peay. Like, what the fuck are we doing? The one thing about Tennessee, the one knock on Tennessee is they can beat Alabama, they can't beat Georgia. This is the year where you got to win this game. I don't think Georgia has the offense to keep up with you. If you can get out to an early lead, you could probably beat Georgia, man. I'm gonna be honest. I think Tennessee could beat Georgia this year. That is probably why I'm the most intrigued about this game out of all of the games this week, because this is the most interesting game, because Georgia's going to actually have to score to keep up with. Or is Georgia's off defense as good as it's always been? Kirby Smart is not a bad defensive mind motherfucker. He knows how to handle shit. But this Tennessee offense, it's fucking ironic how the UCLA quarterback went to Tennessee and the Tennessee quarterback went to UCLA, and it's two different fucking teams. It's two different fucking worlds. Like, it's two different fucking worlds. This kid's got something to prove. I don't know what it is. Like I said, this is very early too for Georgia and Tennessee to be playing too. This is very fucking early. So it's gonna be pretty goddamn interesting to see if Tennessee and Georgia, what this game is gonna look like. And plus, on top of that, it's in Tennessee. Can Tennessee beat Georgia? If Tennessee beats Georgia and LSU beats Florida, that's a that's an interesting SEC. I tell you that goddamn much. Upset game of the week: Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Texas A&M, I think, is also might be like 19th in the polls, 18th, 17th, some shit like that. They're in the top 20 of the polls, just outside the 15, I think, range. Notre Dame didn't play last week. Of course, they're coming off of a loss to Miami week 1. They didn't play last week. This is going to be an interesting game to see how this game is going to look. The reason why I have it as an upset is it's not Texas A&M. It's actually Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is the most interesting team to see this week because you play Miami. You actually had an offense against Miami. And I'm not just talking about Jeremiah Love. Like, you actually can move the ball, throwing the ball, something that I've been saying for a very long time. That's the one knock on Miami, on Notre Dame. They just don't have a fucking quarterback. CJ Carr showed the fuck up and showed the fuck out of Miami. They just lost. They just have enough time to get down the field and actually get that game going. But either way it goes, this is going to be an interesting game for Texas A&M. This is why I'm going with an upset. Because if you ask a lot of people, they'll probably tell you it's Texas A&M who will probably beat Miami. Beat Notre Dame. But I actually think the game is more intriguing, even though Texas A&M is going to Notre Dame and they got to do all these things defensively of Notre Dame. And again, the offense of Notre Dame. I need to see if that was just a one-off or if you're actually as good as I think you can be. Last year when these two teams played, it was a complete and utter just fucking clusterfuck of an offense. Both teams couldn't move the ball. Both teams sucked offensively. You're just sitting there like, what the fuck are we watching? It was a terrible fucking game. Like, it was just offensively for both teams. Both teams now have an offense. Like, they got some. Well, Notre Dame, like I said, I got to still see about Notre Dame. But Texas A&M is an intriguing fucking game. Texas A&M offensively is actually intriguing this year. Let's see how they look in an actual game against an actual defense. See how they look. That's why I feel like it's an upset. Because if Notre Dame actually shows up in this game, that's not a good look on Texas A&M. In reverse to Notre Dame too. If Texas A&M comes out and dominates you, back to the drawing board. You're now starting 0-2, and now you can't technically make the college playoffs. And now a lot of people are gonna be like, "Well, that's 12 teams in the college playoffs. How can you sit there and say Notre Dame can't make the college playoffs?" because you lost to Miami and you lost to Texas A&M. You have no actual favorable matchup after those two teams like that. That will make people say there and say, yeah, they have a chance to make the college playoffs. Like you lost to two teams who were in the top 20 of the polls. Miami, who was in the top 10, and Texas A&M, who's just out of the top 15. So yeah. And my game of the week is South Florida versus Miami. South Florida might be a team, bro. It took them a couple years to get back to where they were for a long time in Conference USA. People forget like how good South Florida was in the mid 2000s. They were a good fucking team, a really good fucking team. They play Miami, man, who is again, it's gonna be very interesting to see how Miami looks. Like I said, they played Becton. Of course, like I said, they played Notre Dame the first week. They looked pretty good the first couple of weeks, but at the same time, again, South Florida defensively is very good. I want to see how this Miami team is actually going to look in this game against this South Florida team. It's going to be very intriguing to see how Miami looks in this game. South Florida, particularly, but South Florida's been playing two teams like Boise State. They played Boise State. They played Boise State. They played Florida last week. They played two teams against. They played two teams that were already in the top 25 and beat them both, and pretty goddamn soundly. Even though it was a late second field goal, they were in that game with Florida for the most part. Miami. It's gonna be an interesting fucking game, man. This defense of Miami is gonna get tested in this game. Very fast and very quick. So this is gonna be an interesting fucking game. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm gonna be honest. This is actually before the LSU game. I'm probably gonna be like really into this game. Like this is gonna be an interesting game. NFL. Week one of the NFL is officially here. It's over. We officially have finished week ones. I talk about one of these teams, but let's get into it, man. Listen, man. Before I get into my big four, Caleb Williams. Are y'all ready to have this conversation now? Because I said this shit last year. I said this shit when he came out the draft. I said this shit before he even got drafted. I said, what y'all think of Caleb Williams, it's never going to be the truth. Y'all gave this dude generational talent. He's this game changer. He's the greatest Bears quarterback of all time already. Ain't proved shit. But because of the narrative of the sports media, they have already gifted this kid greatness on a platter. And he ain't done shit to earn it. This is one of those reasons why I've always said, stop telling me somebody's great. When I'm watching this shit my damn self and I'm telling you, nah, he could be better. Nah, I've seen better. I've seen way fucking better. Caleb Williams is never going to be the guy y'all think he is. Let it go. Whatever the fuck you think he is, or whatever the fuck you think he will be, he will never be it. Stop thinking he's going to transform into this fucking ultimate quarterback, that he's the greatest thing on the planet. He's never going to be that. Last year, you gave him all the weapons you can find. You gave him every fucking weapon you can find. You drafted a receiver for him even. You gave him DJ Moore. You gave him a new receiver. You gave him DeAndre Swift. You gave him all these. You gave him Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, who the fuck torched Kansas City last Friday. Keenan Allen was on his fucking team last year, and he didn't do shit with him. That fucking dude. You gave him everything under the sun. There, you gave him a new offensive line. You gave him an actual head coach, a new offense. You gave him everything again. And he has a lead in the fourth quarter. And what does he do? He pisses it away because he's never going to be what the fuck you think he is. Stop telling me he's this game-changing, life-altering quarterback. No, the fuck he is not. Who the fuck keep telling you this? Who the fuck keeps telling y'all this? Who's saying this shit to you? I watched this nigga in college. This nigga was never going to be that. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all give these fucking dudes fucking praise for nothing. Nothing. That year he won the freshman, he won the Heisman. That year he won his Heisman. When he actually played real competition, he folded. That's what the fuck he does. What the fuck are you watching? This morning on First Take, I had to hear all these motherfuckers make excuses. Oh, it's Ben Johnson's fault. Oh, it's the offensive coordinator's fault. No, how about the fact that this nigga's been on a team with DJ Moore for a year and a half, and you still can't get this nigga open? You still can't put the ball where this nigga need to be. You had a wide open. This nigga DJ Moore burnt this nigga off the line. Put his fucking hand up and say, "Hey, throw the ball. I'm open." This nigga threw the ball on the outside, out of bounds. He will never be what you think he is. I knew when I saw Jaden Daniels for 2 years in LSU, I knew he was the best quarterback in the goddamn draft. I knew when I saw Michael Penix, even when he was in Indiana and he could run before the injuries, I said that dude's fucking good. And then when he went to Washington and dominated in Washington, I said, yeah, Michael Penix is the second best quarterback in this fucking draft. Drake May is better than this fucking dude. You had JJ McCarthy. I literally had to hear people on fucking TV all fucking day sit there and say, well, JJ McCarthy's been in the system for a year. The nigga that was in a boot for most of the fucking year? Are you fucking crazy? This nigga that was on crutches when the season started last year. Are you serious? Y'all are giving this nigga got Adam Thielen a week ago. And he came back and beat you at your own building. Nigga, shit, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This is my problem with sports media. You cannot admit when you're fucking wrong. Caleb Williams isn't that dude. He never will be that dude. Stop trying to make him that fucking dude. Has he ever grown and shown you that he could be that dude? No? Same thing with Arch Manning, bro. If you've been in a situation, you telling me you have no chemistry with Rome Medusa? You have no chemistry with DJ Moore? Cole Kmet. No chemistry. All right. All right. DeAndre Swift. Donnell Wright. Braxton Jones. Maybe your ass should play in preseason, nigga. That's what it sound like to me. Sound like that nigga need preseason. Sound like that nigga need to be in the fucking preseason. Sound like that nigga is still a fucking rookie. All these fucking, oh, Caleb's gonna be fine. Caleb can't. I heard niggas sit there and try to make excuses about, well, it's what happened last year. Nigga, that's been Caleb Williams since the fucking times he was in college. His inaccuracy has always been there. What the fuck are y'all talking about? The fuck are you talking about? That nigga's always been inaccurate. What the fuck are you talking about? Sports media. Sports fucking media. Fucking jokes. Bro, if you realize if Cam Ward had fucking actual wide receivers that could catch the football, he would have won against Denver. Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick of this year's draft, if he actually had wide receivers that could catch the fucking football, he would be 1-0 right now. Maybe I saw Cam Ward for the last couple years and I knew he was that good, or maybe, just maybe, Caleb Williams is not what y'all think he is, and stop acting like he is. And he's going to transform into it. Because it's never going to fucking happen. Gave this nigga Ben Johnson, one of the most incredible offensive minds that we have in the NFL right now. And this motherfucker still can't get it done. Y'all blaming Ben Johnson for the loss. Yes. Was he bad at clock management? 100%. But he's also a first-year fucking head coach in his first actual real game. not the number one overall pick that everybody was screaming last year was a can't miss prospect. And you have to draft him. Anybody would take Caleb Williams. Oh, y'all some funny motherfuckers, boy. I swear to God, man. Oh, man. Anyway, big four of the NFL. These are my four teams. I don't have a crazy five, crazy six with this. It's just four teams, my four teams after week one, going into week two. Who are my four teams that I believe did their job in week one the best? So at number one, it is the Philadelphia Eagles. Are we kidding ourselves? What, they won the game, 24-20, beat the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, Jalen Carter, I get that you hyped. I get that it's week one. I get that you hate the Cowboys. I get that you want to, you don't like Dak Prescott. I get all of that shit. There's not one point in this world where you're supposed to spit on a fucking man, bro. You might be bigger than me. You might be stronger than me, but I'm going to whoop your ass. You're going to have to see me every fucking time I see you. Ain't no way in hell I'm letting that shit slide. Ain't no way in fucking hell I'm letting that shit slide, bro. You spit on me, my nigga? Oh, it's on. Get that. Fuck that, nigga. Every time I see you, nigga, we fighting. Every time, nigga. Fuck you mean. But the Eagles won. They're officially 1-0. They beat the Dallas Cowboys this past Thursday. They are going to Arrowhead, rematch of the Super Bowl. Chiefs, Eagles, Super Bowl rematch. Jalen Carter will not be suspended. He just had to pay a fine, which is cool. Which means that's bad fucking news for Kansas City. That's just what it sound like to me. Sound like Kansas City's not getting none of the breaks no more. Holy shit. Oh my God, man. Eagles secondary is very bad. Like really bad. I won't say the Eagles secondary is bad. They just have a really sorry ass corner. Adoree Jackson just sucks. He's not good. He's like the Eli Apple of this generation. He just sucks. He just sucks. Like I don't want to sit there and get that man that type of image, but god damn, man, you get paid a lot of money to get burned. That shit is ridiculous. This nigga's the Eli Apple of the NFC South, of the NFC East. This nigga sucks, bro. Holy shit. I'm sitting there watching this game. I'm like, if CeeDee Lamb had just glue on his fucking gloves for one catch, this nigga probably would have burned it, torched this nigga. Oh my god, bro. I'm like sitting there like, damn, bro. Darius Slayton cannot be that fucking bad, bro. This nigga got torched. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, Adoree Jackson. Holy shit. Listen, the Eagles are doing Eagles shit. They going out, going to get Tank Bisbee from the Jaguars and all this other shit. The one thing about the Eagles, man, that I will always sit here and say, no matter what the Eagles do, they're gonna always find ways to fuck over the NFL. Yo, we gotta outlaw this shit. Ain't no way in hell that y'all just continuously trading with the Eagles, knowing you trading some of your best, trading a player that you like. Nah, we got something for, and you just trade this nigga away to the Eagles. No, we don't. No, don't do that. The fuck wrong with you? Oh my god, yeah. The Eagles play Kansas City this week. Super Bowl rematch. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Number two. Oh yeah, and I'll be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs in a minute. Number two, it is the Green Bay Packers. 1-0. They legitimately, unquestionably, undoubtedly put belt to ass of the Detroit Lions. That was they put full flash belt to ass. I'm talking about bare ass. Like they put full belt to ass to the Detroit Lions. Holy shit. Listen, man, I'm still on the Detroit Lions, bus Detroit Lions boat. But man, oh man, oh man, was that a terrible fucking game to watch? Holy shit. Green Bay might be the best team in the NFL. Might. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're better than the Eagles because I gotta see them play. This upcoming Thursday is gonna be a really interesting test, not just for them, but for the Commanders. Both of those teams are gonna be pretty interesting. And on top of that, Michael Parsons should be healthy now. He may be in more packages this upcoming week. So good luck, Jaden Daniels. I really, really don't envy you, my nigga. Lord have mercy. But Jordan Love showed you what he was supposed to be last year. He got injured. He dealt with injuries all through the year last year. Let's see how the Packers are going to look moving forward. But if the Packers do what they did to the Detroit Lions, to the Washington Commanders, a team that made it to the NFC Championship game last year, Thursday, I might have to, I might have to, I might have to really start thinking about who's won in the NFL. It might be really a toss up between the Eagles and the Packers. It might have to be. They beat that ass like that. Shit. Yeah, it might be a toss up. It might be a toss up. I'm not gonna lie. Third, my third team. It is the Los Angeles Chargers. 1-0. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs Friday on YouTube. Yeah, they beat them on YouTube. In Brazil, of all places. Um, Listen, I get it. Justin Herbert has a receiving core now. You got a receiving core. Quentin Johnston has officially arrived. Damn, nigga, you been in TCU for that long, nigga. You finally decided to show the fuck up. You finally decided to catch football and to fucking do. Like, Lord have mercy. Nigga, where the fuck you been? This is the nigga I saw at TCU. This is the nigga that was supposed to be like a number one first round draft pick. This nigga, man, it took you a wow, nigga. Welcome to the NFL, nigga. The fuck? Welcome to the NFL, nigga. The fuck? Keenan Allen is now there, which is awesome. He's back in LA. Great. And you still got Lad McConkey. Kansas City's game plan sucked and it was terrible and it was stupid. The offensive line of the Chiefs, the Chargers, is still questionable to me. I mean, let's be real. Outside of Chris Jones, the Kansas City Chiefs really just didn't have shit. But listen, I'm not on the Chargers bandwagon. Not at all. I still don't think the Chargers are that great of a team. But when you sit there and say, when you look at week one and you're actually looking at week one, the Chargers were the most dominant team in the AFC that played actual real competition. Sorry, Colts. That actually played real competition. A team that we actually know how good they actually are. So yeah, Chargers. Chargers are 1-0. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, Listen, like I said, I'm not on the Chargers bandwagon by no stretch of the imagination. I think people jump out the window too much. Justin Herbert, what was that? His first time, second time beating Patrick Mahomes in his career? That's your first, second time beating Patrick Mahomes in your career. Bro, you play this nigga two times out the year. That was your first time actually really beating him like that? Yeah, that's why I will never be on the Chargers bandwagon. Y'all motherfuckers get this motherfucker too much credit for some shit he's supposed to fucking do. He's supposed to compete with Patrick Mahomes. He's supposed to have that type of energy. Anyway, they play the Raiders this upcoming Monday. They play the Raiders on Monday Night Football. It will be a doubleheader. So if you love those doubleheader Monday Night Football games, then we're gonna get one this upcoming weekend. It'll be the Texans and the Bucks on one Monday night game, and then later on that night, it will be the Chargers and the Raiders. And number four, speaking of the Raiders, it's the Raiders. The Raiders are my number 14. There's not one time where I felt like the Raiders were not in control of that Patriots game. They beat the shit out the Patriots. Like it. Yeah, I know the score. We'll look at it. You would look at the score and be like, "Well, Brandon, it was 2013. What are you talking about? The score was 20-13." Yeah, but you actually had to watch the fucking game to know that this ain't even close, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, I have been listen, I'm not selling my stock on the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to still be good. I think they just need to, go through some shit. It was the first game. It was Mike Vrabel's first game. We got to see how that looks. But at the end of the day, man, the Raiders, I said coming into this season that the Raiders were going to be a really good fucking team. I'm not surprised that the Raiders are 1-0. I'm not surprised at all. If you actually watch me and my brother Juan do our show, we said that this was going to be one of those games in week one where you're going to have to sit there and say, what the hell? Who do we pick? That is why the Raiders are actually a really good fucking team. Like a really good fucking team. They have an offensive line, Austin Genty as the running back. He really didn't get going like he was supposed to in that game, particularly. Bach Bowers is a little banged up. We gotta see how if he's gonna play Monday, I should say. The receiving core of the Raiders, bunch of no names versus great for the Raiders. And that defense of the Raiders is fucking good. That defense of the Raiders is fucking good. Max Crosby, the way that the Raiders are, yeah, man. I think the Raiders could be a very scary team. I had the Raiders actually winning the AFC West this year. There's a reason for that. So, yeah. That was a warning of the NFL. You don't know how to do this? Yellow is caution, orange is panic time, and red is good old DOA. So who is it? Yellow, caution. It is the Kansas City Chiefs. Nope, take that back. It's actually the Baltimore Ravens. I'll take that back. It's the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are my team that is caution. Baltimore had the game won. They're up. It was 40-41. They lost to the Buffalo Bills. They literally had a 15-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and they choked the fucking game away. Listen, man. Lamar is great. Derrick Henry, yeah, he had a fumble, but shit happens. That secondary just gave the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck that was. This is all on John Harbaugh, man. Later on in the season, the Ravens usually fix the shit. But it feels like every fucking year now, they start off with a loss they shouldn't fucking have. Last year, they started off 0-2 because they lost the game at home to the Raiders. And you just sit, and they were up in the fourth quarter, and they lost the damn game. And you just sitting there like, how the fuck you lose to the Raiders, bro? That is John Harbaugh, man. John Harbaugh is starting to become the Doc Rivers of the NFL. This shit is ridiculous. Like, you can't be losing games when you're fucking up, bro. Yeah, Derrick Henry had a fumble, but you see the momentum is completely and utterly switching to the other side, and you decide to not go for it on fourth down. Fuck what you talking, bro. I know people gonna sit there and say, well, Brandon, if they missed the fourth down, if they didn't get that fourth down, then then the ball will go to the Buffalo Bills. You weren't stopping Buffalo regardless, nigga. You might as well go for it on fourth fucking down. Go for it on fourth. Why the fuck would you not? You got Lamar Jackson and Derrick fucking Henry. And by the way, Zay Flowers was killing their fucking secondary all fucking game. You could have easily figured it out. You got DeAndre Hopkins, who's another veteran, who was torching these niggas by the second half. You could have figured it out. Like even when you did do the run play with Derrick Henry and he fumbled the ball, that is on Lamar. I would say that. Lamar should have checked the fuck out of it. He should have said, oh, no, that's too many fucking people. He should have went play action. It was only second down. It wasn't like it was 3rd and 17 or some shit. It was only second down, bro. You could have checked out of that play, went to something way more easier, a quick Mark Andrews slot catch or something in the flat, throw it to him, got some yardage. It was only, all you needed, I think it was like a second and like 4 or some shit. Some shit. It wasn't a crazy, it was like 2nd and 7 or some shit. You could have threw that shit to Mark Andrews, got the yardage, and then had the defense say, okay, well, We can't load the box because they just throw a damn pass out in the flat and kind of fuck us over. So that was on Lamar. I definitely would say that. The fumble was on Derrick Henry, but the whole fucking second half was on that 4 minutes was on John Harbaugh because he continuously fucks up when he does not need to. Bro, call a timeout. Get your team more engaged. What the fuck are you doing? I heard the comments that you made after the game, but bro, like you've pissed away too many leads, especially early in the season. Like I said, later on in the year, this is going to become a fucking distant memory. Nobody's going to fucking remember week 1 and how they lost. Nobody's going to care until you possibly have to worry about positioning and seeding. And you losing a game like this to Buffalo this fucking early as week 1, I know. But you could have had that shit in your back pocket and been good. And now you're 0-1 in a division where Cincinnati actually won their first game of the season. And the Steelers actually look like a good fucking team. Yes, even with Aaron Rodgers, they look like a fucking good team. That's a problem. Orange panic time, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. I told you I was going to get to them eventually. Kansas City is panic time. This is the same Kansas City team that was from last year. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. The offensive line still sucks. You can't run the ball. You're literally too damn dependent on Patrick Mahomes. Xavier Worthy is out now. You hit Hollywood Brown and Patrick Mahomes have no fucking chemistry, like at all. And now you're just gonna be relying on Travis Kelce to get his shit together for the next couple of months, like at least the next couple of weeks. And Travis Kelce is the reason for why Xavier Worthy's out. Like I said, you can't run the ball. Kareem Hunt's been there. Isaiah Pacheco was a flash in a pan since his rookie year. He's just been on a fucking complete another decline. And defensively, which has been your fucking bread and butter, you can't pass rush. You got Chris Jones, but that's about it. And the one thing that's hurt your defense is that you just continuously let people fucking go off your defense. Justin Reed, who's now the safety for the Saints. Willie Gay, who you let go last year. You have let go a lot of pieces, and you just thought we could just put this shit back together. The one thing about Steve Spagnuolo's defense that I have known, because I had Steve Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator for the Saints, he has a bend but don't break defense. But if his secondary sucks, it's gonna break. It's gonna bend a lot fucking faster, and that's exactly what's happening. Trent McDuffie could probably be a number 1. He could, but in a situation where you traded L'Jarius Sneed to the Tennessee Titans, and you've automatically made him a number 1, and then you made Watson, the cornerback Watson. Now you made him the number 2, and he fucking sucks. He's not good, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing with this team? Kansas City has always relied on, we got Andy Reid, we got Patrick Mahomes. We're going to be good. That's always what they relied on. The problem is that might not be the case this year. Your offensive line is not great. It hasn't been great for the last. Listen, C.J. Stroud, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes should call male fucking practice. They should sue the shit out their franchises for this bullshit. They have literally gave these fucking dudes no offensive line for the last couple of years and just expect these motherfuckers to perform miracles. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Joe Burrow has not had an offensive line since his fucking rookie year. C.J. Stroud the same. Patrick Mahomes has not had an offensive line for like the last 2-3 years. This team, you can't do this shit to Patrick Mahomes every fucking game. Like, God almighty, bro. Yeah, man, this is bad. But Kansas City, listen, man, you could go down 0-2 this year. And the crazy part is, it don't get better. It's not getting better. Like, it's. I know people gonna sit there and say, "Ah, man, you just talking. Kansas City gonna figure it out." I don't think it will, bro. I don't think. I've been saying this for a very long time. Eventually, you're going to have your comeuppance. You can't do what they have done for the last couple of years and then not. And it's not like you fixed anything. It's not like you went out there and actually helped build this team. It's not like, again, this offseason wasn't great for you. You didn't do shit to really enhance your team. You didn't do shit to really fix your team. This is why I kept saying, like, this is a very problematic situation for Kansas City. You just think, as long as we got Patrick Mahomes, we got Andy Reid, we're going to be okay. And now you're realizing that ain't the case. Yes, is it week one? Yeah. Is it overreacted? Probably, possibly. But at the same time, I'm looking at your schedule and I'm saying to myself, this ain't an easy fucking schedule. This ain't a walkthrough. Like, this is gonna be a tough ass schedule for you to just go in, play, and then you think you're gonna just win all these games. That's crazy. Like I said, going down 0-2 this year compared to the last couple of years might be a debt now. So yeah. Red is DOA, and that is the Miami Dolphins. Listen, Miami, I didn't think you guys would be good coming into this season. I am not surprised that you guys shit the bed like you did against the Colts. You made Daniel Jones look like Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning all rolled up into one. How the fuck you do that? How you do that? Where the fuck they do that at? Them, oh my god, bro, you made Daniel Jones look like Peyton Manning. Look like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck rolled up all into one. Oh my god, bro. Oh my, they suck. The Dolphins suck. They suck. It's okay. I didn't expect y'all to be great to begin with. I didn't expect y'all to have a great team. I didn't expect y'all to have a great situation. I expected Tariq Hill to get to ask for his walking papers midway through the season. I expect Tua to not play at a certain point in the season because he just can't fucking go. I expect all of this shit. You know why? Because nobody thought Miami was going to be good this fucking season to begin with. The question really does become for Miami, where do you want to pick? Where do you want to pick? What do you want to pick? You want to pick first? You want to pick second, third, fourth, fifth? They didn't do shit during the offseason. This is when I knew Miami really was going to have a shitty season. This is when I knew Miami was fucked. You mean to tell me you traded two players for one? You traded two players for one. Yeah, I know you got some picks. You traded two players for one. Two players that could get on the field right now and play for you right the fuck now. And you traded them for one person. You traded Jalen Ramsey and Geno Smith for Michael Fitzpatrick. That right there should tell every Miami Dolphins fan, these motherfuckers are not serious. They're not taking this shit serious. They don't give a fuck about y'all. Do not spend a dime. Fuck them dudes. They do not like y'all. Fuck them dudes. Ain't no way in hell in the history of the NFL you trade two goddamn players for one person. What the fuck are you doing? Like, oh my god. That's when I knew Miami season was fucked. That's when I knew Miami season was completely and utterly fucking done. Ain't no world that you've ever seen that happen in the NFL of all places. You traded two players for one? I fucking guess, dude. I fucking guess. Anyway, I'll be back next week. Talk about the fight, of course, obviously. Talk about baseball's coming to a close to the end. I'll talk about that a little bit. Of course, the NFL, college football. I'll be back next week. My crazy six. My eyes on football. Big four. That was a warning. Yeah. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.